What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Jack Noel here, kicking back with another video. And we have week 13 NFL predictions. I am 103, 71, and 1 on the year, and the bye weeks are as follows: the Buccaneers and the Panthers. Let's get into a few headlines. Daniel Jones not expected to play. Lamar Jackson expected to play. Joe Burrow, successful knee surgery, so I hope he eventually will come back and lights up the NFL. And Bud Dupree, torn ACL, done for the season. That's all I have right now for headlines. There's probably going to be more throughout the week. Games don't start till Sunday, but as of now, that's all I have. So let's get into it. The first matchup, we have the Saints and the Falcons. Now, Saints 9-2 with a win versus the Broncos, and the Broncos did not have a quarterback last week, and the Falcons with 4-7 with a win versus the Raiders last week. No one expected that. The Saints obviously looked good, both sides, but I mean, when you're facing a struggling Broncos team like that with no quarterback, that's what you're gonna get. But so that's just a quick talk on that one, and I'm gonna pick the Saints win, 27-1. Now the Browns and the Titans. Browns 8-3 with a win versus the Jaguars last week, only by 2, and the Titans 8-3 with a win versus the Colts last week. Now that win versus the Colts was really big for the Titans, and it shows them first place in the division, and the Browns obviously battling in that tough AFC division with the Steelers and the Ravens. So that one's tough, but as of now, I gotta go with the Titans winning this one because Derrick Henry, they just have the better elite offense, I find. So I'm gonna pick that the Titans beat the Browns 31-28. Now the Lions and the Bears. The Bears lost to the Packers last week to go to 5-6, and the Lions lost to the Texans last week to go to 4-7. Now the Bears obviously didn't look that good, but neither did the Lions. DeAndre Swift, don't think is expected to play, but I'm not sure yet for the Lions. And the Bears they struggled. Mitch Trubisky, I mean, he didn't look that bad, but still, so I think this one's just going to be a toss-up game. I don't know. I'm just going to pick the Bears. I'm going to pick the Bears 24-23. Now the Bengals and the Dolphins. Now this was the game of the year last year. Both of these teams were going for the first overall pick, and beforehand, and then the Dolphins did come up winning that one. And it was like a crazy game, like 40-37 or something like that. No one expected that from those two teams. We might expect kind of a blowout here from the Dolphins as the Bengals don't have Joe Burrow. And but I don't think Tua is playing, but not sure yet, as Ryan Fitzpatrick did play versus the Jets. So we'll see in that one. Dolphins 7-4, and obviously Bengals 8-1 with a loss to the Giants last week. Obviously, it's going to be tough for the Bengals to do anything else now that Joe Burrow's gone for the year. So I'm going to have to pick the Dolphins winning this one. The Dolphins win 30-20. Now the Jaguars and the Vikings. Jaguars 1-10 with a loss to the Browns last week, and the Vikings beat the Panthers by 1 last week, 5-6 on the year. Just the Vikings, obviously Dalvin Cook. I mean, Dalvin Cook didn't look that good last week, but still he did do all right. And the Jaguars, obviously trying to tank for the number 1 overall pick too, but there's still a game up on the New York Jets, so you never know. The Jets keep tanking and don't win a game, or what's going to go on with the Jaguars. So I'm going to have to pick that the Vikings manhandle the Jaguars and win 34-17. Now the Colts and the Texans. Texans beat the Lions last week 4-7, and the Colts lost to the Titans last week to go to 7-4. Both of these teams are trying. Well, I mean, the Colts are getting into the playoffs probably, and the Texans are just going to try their best to keep winning and try to get in that playoff, but it's looking tough for them. Deshaun Watson actually looked really good versus the Lions, and obviously the Colts only 25 points scored versus the Titans. So you got to be better winning football games for them. So I'm gonna have to pick that the the Colts win, and they win 37-30. Now we got the Vegas Raiders versus the New York Jets. Now the Jets lost to the Dolphins obviously last week to go to 0-11, and the Raiders 6-5 with the loss to the Falcons. No one expected that really. Derek Carr looked horrible. Yeah, and it's just the Jets obviously probably tanking for Trevor, as Sam Darnold obviously not even looking that good. Sadly, liked him, and the Raiders just coming off that tough loss, so see if they have to rebound. Now, Frank Gore would be they're probably going to give the ball to Frank Gore a lot this week, even though they're probably going to be playing from behind. So I'm going to have to pick the Raiders beating the Jets 30-24. Yes, the Jets will score 24 points this week. Now we got the Giants and the Seahawks. Giants coming off that win versus the Bengals 4-7. And the Seahawks 8-3 with that win versus the Eagles. Seahawks are really strong. I mean, they're not passing the ball as Russ as much as we would like to see as fans. But the Giants obviously without Daniel Jones, so that's going to be even more tough for them. So I'm going to have to pick that the Seahawks do take down the Giants and win 31-20. Now the Rams and the Cardinals. Cardinals coming off that loss to the Patriots 6-5, and the Rams 7-4 with a loss to the 49ers last week. So we gotta look for Kyler Murray to rebound in this one, because he's an elite quarterback, but he just had a horrible week last week, and the Rams shockingly lost to the 49ers. But yeah, so this one's tough. Both teams coming off a loss. Both teams trying to battle for first place with the Seahawks. That division is also very strong. And so I'm going to have to pick that the Cardinals do win and go and tie the Rams for second in the division and win 35-30. Now the Patriots and the Chargers. Patriots 5-6 with a win versus the Cardinals last week, and the Chargers 3-8 with a loss to the Bills last week. Hold on, give me 1 second. Here. Alright, sorry about that. Patriots and Chargers. Chargers coming off that loss, obviously, to the Bills 3-8, and obviously Patriots beat the Cardinals, as I was saying. Yeah, so look for this one to be like a really close game. Justin Herbert needs to look a little bit better than what he has been, so I hope he's going to look good, and I hope they're going to take down the Patriots, and the Chargers are going to win 27-24. And the Packers and the Eagles. Packers beat the Bears here to 8-3, and the Eagles 3-7-1, obviously with the loss to the Seahawks on Monday Night Football last week. Eagles need to start Jalen Hurts, I think, over Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz hasn't been the answer this season, and you want to take a look at Jalen Hurts to see how he does to rid the air. So I would, if I was the Eagles, I'm starting Jalen Hurts. Yeah, so, but we don't know yet. Doug Peterson's probably going to mix them both in. Yeah, so Packers obviously look good versus the Bears with their defense and everything being strong. So I'm going to have to pick the Packers winning 31-20. Now the Broncos and the Chiefs. Chiefs 10-1 with the win versus the Bucs last week. Tyreek Hill, absolute maniac, and the Broncos lost to the Saints last week because with no quarterback, you can't really do much. Yeah, so the Broncos had one completion all of last game for 13 yards in a screen. It was a screen pass to Noah Fant. So the Broncos will get their quarterback back, but still, it's the Chiefs. Chiefs are arguably the best team in the NFL, other than the Steelers. That one's a big debate. You can debate on that one, but Chiefs, obviously Tyreek Hill popped off 51 fantasy points in half PPR for me. That was amazing. Got me the win. Yeah, if I didn't have him, I would have lost. So it's great. Hopefully, he continues that reign versus this struggling Broncos team, and I see the Chiefs win, 37-17. Now the football team and the Steelers. So Washington coming off the dub versus the Cowboys. Antonio Gibson looked really strong in that one, and the Steelers 11-0, obviously with the win versus the Ravens on Tuesday. Steelers, I mean, they almost choked to a practice squad Ravens team. Trace McSorley, the absolute goat, dotted them up for a touchdown pass. Yeah, so, but it's just the Steelers are just strong, and when you're 11-0, you can't pick against them versus a 4-7 team. So I'm gonna have to pick the Steelers with 27-14. Now the Bills and the 49ers. Now the Bills coming off that win versus the Chargers, and the 49ers coming off the win versus the Rams. So George Kittle is, as we start off, obviously still on the IR with the broken foot. But if the 49ers are in the hunt, he might return. So I have him on my fantasy team still on the IR. So I'm kind of hoping that the 49ers string some wins together. But it's going to be tough versus this Bills team. I'm hoping the 49ers are going to win, but I don't see it happening. So I'm going to pick the Bills winning 35-28. Now the Cowboys and the Ravens. So this is the Tuesday night football matchup again. With the Ravens twice in. Lamar's back. Expect him to be ready. J.K. Dobbins back, the starting back. Mark Ingram's back. They have a bunch of guys back, but Mark Andrews is out on the COVID list, so I don't know if he's going to play or not. We are going to find out shortly, obviously probably tomorrow around supper time, and yeah. And obviously the Cowboys with the loss to Washington to go to 3-8, so they're tough. But I'm going to pick that the Ravens take down the Cowboys and win 30-23. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. I upload these, well, every Thursday, but obviously there's no Thursday game this week, so I upload them. This one's going to go up Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, see you guys in the next one. Peace.